Hello guys, welcome to Assetto Corsa Competizione, and today I'll be talking about why I'm so excited for the Formula 1 2019 season. So, without any more rambling, let's get to track. So before I start my flying laps and discuss exactly why I'm so excited, I just need to say a couple of things. Thank you so much for over 100 views on my Race of Remembrance video. That was so much appreciated. Thank you so much. I must say very thank you very much for that. Secondly, sorry about my driving. Neither am I fast, neither am I a professional at setup. So this is going to be attempt at going fast, but will look quite slow. So there's that. Please do like, comment, and subscribe on this video and my channel. Comment anything you want, because you know I am lonely. Getting stuck straight into this. The first reason why I'm excited is because the new kind of body parts of the car, so they're going to be, the front wings are going to be a lot less complex, so they're going to be a lot simpler, which means that the cars can follow each other a lot more for a lot quicker for a lot more longer time, which means for straights such as Baku, that really long back straight, then that means they can follow each other. And that should, in theory, kind of present more overtaking, because I think the last season we actually got a decent amount of overtaking was 2012. So that's very exciting. And the other exciting thing, which I'll come to in a second, oh god, gone a bit away there, is the teams and drivers. There are no new teams, but some interesting drivers, like some drivers really high up on the grid, have chosen some very interesting teams. So, starting right from the top is Mercedes. So, their pairing for 2019 will be Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Lewis Hamilton is a 5-time world champion and has been in Mercedes for God knows how many years. And Valtteri Bottas, I think it's going to be his 3rd year. And in 2019, I really want to see Valtteri Bottas kind of step up. I want to see him kind of, he's been very much a wingman these past few years, and I want to see him kind of step up to the challenge of Lewis. And I know Lewis is like a 5-time world champion, but these past few years, as I said, he's been very much a wingman. He's kind of a second driver, if you will. He's been like holding everyone at bay, and kind of Toto and Mercedes, kind of as a team, they've been holding kind of Valtteri Bottas back, as kind of saying, oh my gosh, if this happens to Lewis, we need you to kind of let him pass. We need Lewis, our guardian angel, to win everything. So yeah, I just want to see Valtteri kind of put his put his big pants on, kind of step up, elbows out, and kind of bash, well, not bash as such, but kind of have a little bit of wheel bang, kind of go side by side, kind of attempt to Lewis, kind of, you know, I want them to get very close and just squeeze each other, give each other room, kind of like Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen this year. It's kind of get to the limit, find each other's limits, which I really don't think Lewis has done thus far. Which Valtteri hasn't done thus far. Moving on, Ferrari, their lineup is Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc. Sebastian Vettel is also a 4-time world champion, and Charles Leclerc is his second season in racing, and he's gone from Sauber, which is one of the kind of lowest teams you can be in Formula 1, other than McLaren, kind of that sort of heap of cars, and Ferrari have just picked him up and have absolutely thrown him into the deep end. And, well, he's had a really good performance this year. He's had a very, very good performance this year, but that begs the question, is he actually good? Is he, like, proper decent and stuff? Or is he good versus Ericsson? I mean, I know, as I said, he's had very strong performances, but this is a big question in modern Formula 1. Are these drivers actually properly good and stuff? Or are they using their perfect tools to make themselves even better, if you know what I mean? So the cars are absolutely perfect, and then they're just easily driving these little, I don't know what you call them, little bikes, da 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 da. So that's a big question, and I think that'll be really exciting to see Charles and how he gets on in the Ferrari. Moving on to Red Bull, and this one breaks my heart because Daniel Ricciardo has moved on, and I thought Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo was an absolute dream team. They worked so well together. They kind of had the funny one and then the overtakey kind of one, and it was pretty much a dream team. But we will come to Daniel, don't you worry. So Max Verstappen stays at Red Bull. Surprise, surprise. And Pierre Gasly. So that's, I don't know, is it expected? Yeah, it's expected because Red Bull always run this program since, I want to say 2010. Whoa, 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 whoa! That save was on point. Anyway, so I think they've run this program since 2010 or maybe even 2009 with Vettel and Mark Webber. But what they do is they take the drivers from Toro Rosso and dump them into Red Bull. So if they're good enough and stuff, the best driver. So that's kind of a step up for Pierre. So I have no real questions or concerns about Pierre. He's going to be fine. I mean, he might be a little bit behind Max Verstappen because Max has been just a naturally fast and furious driver, as we've seen. So that's normal. Into Renault we dive. Into Renault we dive. And Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Hülkenberg. This is the one I kind of, I don't know, regret? I don't regret it as such. I just find it hard to kind of, what's the word? Swallow, or like adjust, just get used to. Daniel has had such trouble with Red Bull, with reliability and stuff, and I think he's done that for a purpose, moving to Renault, even though they're the same engine, but he's moved kind of down a step. You'd usually move from Renault to Red Bull, but he's kind of moved down one, which is interesting. And I think this could work out really well or really badly. Daniel could put a Renault on the podium several times, maybe even get a Renault to win. But I think it's going to be very tough on Nico Hülkenberg. I mean, Nico is a kind of middle driver. I mean, he's right slam bang in the middle of the pack. He's a mid-team driver. So kind of middle of the F1 pack. And he's gonna, I don't know, is he gonna struggle with Daniel Ricciardo? I don't know, but Daniel's had some serious experience, and it's just it begs the question: driver versus car. Is the car going to be so slow that it's hindering Daniel, or is Daniel going to be so fast that he pulls the Renault up into some serious points? So that's very exciting there. Haas, Roman Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, no change there. I just love Roman and Kevin so much. They cause so much chaos together. It's like the years of Roman Grosjean and Maldonado. They're like the troublesome twos, or a dangerous duo. They're just like, you know, they're gonna cause some sort of mayhem like they have this year. Kevin Magnussen cutting up Charles Leclerc and Roman Grosjean complaining on the radio like absolute. There we go. Oh, I'm off. Oh, there's the barrier. Bonk. As I was saying, so yeah, the Haas boys, Roman Grosjean, and also maybe Kevin Magnussen, were both complaining on the radio, very, very much so. It was quite hilarious. So, on to McLaren we go, and we've got two new drivers, Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. These two I have very, very little worries for. Both of them are fairly new. I would have expected Carlos Sainz to go kind of higher, but McLaren's still fine. I think he did it in the back end of last year. Yeah, so like 2018 or something, he kind of, just the last few races he raced for McLaren. I remember some sort of switch, I don't remember. And Lando Norris, we have no previous data for him, except from the fact that he's probably won the F3 or GP3 or GP2 or some sort of younger tier he's propelled himself up. Force India makes me very, very angry. Force India makes me very, very angry. We have got Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll. Don't get me wrong, don't get angry, don't get your knickers in a twist, but I think Lance Stroll paid his way in. Because this whole thing about Racing Point, Force India, Formula One team, and Force India, and administration, and money, and hoo-ha, and then Lance Stroll's dad saved the team, it all kicked off in kind of stuff. They're still changing their name. I think it's Racing Point now, just Racing Point. So that whole thing kicked off. Lance Stroll's dad, Lawrence Stroll, saved the team, and to be honest, I think his dad said, "Look, I'm your father. I must get you to race in Formula One with me." Ha ha ha. He's being a fatherly figure. So. Poor old Esteban Ocon, absolute legend. I mean, he was very, very fast, very good, very skilled. Kind of got hit by Perez a couple of times, and he and Perez as well. Very, very good. Kind of Sergio and Ocon. They've had an absolute roller coaster of a career together. They've been very close, very kind of wheel to wheel actually, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, it's really sad to see Ocon go. I mean, if I can make my own Formula One team, it would just be me and Ocon and no mechanics whatsoever. No. Anyway, so that's good. That's not good, but oh well. Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll. So Sergio is still very good, as I said, and he has a massive fan base in Mexico. That's always heartwarming to see a F1 driver have a massive fan base. Right, we roll onto Toro Rosso, and the myth, the man, the legend, Daniel Kvyat returns. Woo woo! Yep, Daniel Kvyat the torpedo. Oh, yes, we're going to see some spicy races in 2019. He's a Russian, sometimes he's a bit too much on the vodka. But no, Daniel Kvyat is... he's a little bit crazy, but I absolutely love him. So I'm sure he can do good things to Toro Rosso. He's back. I mean, I swear he was kicked out a couple of years ago when he was with Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, he was with Daniel Ricciardo, and then the following year he was kicked out. And Alexander Albon. very little is known actually about Alexander Albon. He's raced in, I want to see, a GP3 or F2 or F3 or whatever. You know, these junior series, just like Lance Stroll. Interestingly, though, Alexander Albon, his parent, or one of his parents, or both of them, are from Thailand, and this will mark the first Thai driver since 1954, and I don't want to try and pronounce the driver's name because I'll butcher it, but 1954 was the last time we had a Thai driver, so that's exciting. So, Sauber, the penultimate Formula 1 team, and what do we have? What do we have here? I don't know what to say here. I think I'm gonna get kicked in the balls here, but I think it's a pretty shitty pair or lineup. We've got Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi.
Well done, mate. Russell's best.
Kimi Raikkonen has done the absolute opposite of Charles Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc did an absolute flip of Kimi Raikkonen. So Kimi went from Ferrari to Sauber, and Charles went from Sauber to Ferrari. And it's going to be a case of fast driver, slow car vs so it's going to be a classic case of slow driver in a fast car vs a fast car being driven by a slow driver. So that'll be very interesting to see what Kimi Raikkonen will do with the Sauber. Is it going to be his last year? I don't know why he's picked Sauber otherwise to end up where he started, or unless he's kind of being kind of edgy and controversial, like, oh, look at me, I'm now back in Sauber, I'm going to make this team great again. If only someone could do that with Mana. Antonio Giovinazzi, I swear he's just I swear he's just sat in the back of the Ferrari garage with his arms crossed the whole time, like, when am I gonna have a drive? When am I gonna have a drive? Can I have a drive yet? Excuse me, I'm a test driver, but I would like to drive. It's like Guido van Garde, or something like that. Guido, or somebody like Guido, caused controversy because they wanted a drive, but they never got one. Right, we're going to end off with Mr. Williams. Well, as I go very, very wide, and that's not the circuit. Anyway, Williams, George Russell, and Robert Kubica. I've absolutely shitted up the slap. Oh my god, where am I going? George Russell and Robert Kubica. Robert Kubica has had two scary, like absolutely horrifying, terrifying accidents. One in when was it? I want to say 2007 or 8. No, yeah, 7. In 2007, when he launched his car, hit the barrier, and it went barrel rolling. Absolutely terrifying thing there. And George Russell, also one of these GP2 kind of F3, F2 drivers that we have. So, yeah. Crazy things to come, both on my YouTube channel and in real life. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Comment anything you want, like nasty, nice, just anything you want. I always am incredibly appreciative of any comment in the world. And subscribing would mean the world to me. It would kind of show me that you're watching and stuff. And also coming up, I've got a very, very exciting video. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's going to be another big kind of road trip thing. But I'm very, very excited for that. Other than that, please like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for this very, very exciting video.